Manyinga Heart FM, broadcasting on 87.9 FM, here in Manyinga District in Northwestern Province.
All right, 87.9, our terminal is 11:12. We apologize for that interruption that has happened due to technical fault, and we thank God things are back into place and happen to continue with our program. This is Youth's Energy program that you have been waiting for, and I thank God all my guests are right here in the studio. And it is, a phone-in program. As usual, your participation is highly appreciated. Allow me to welcome my guests in today's discussion. I would like to start with Madam Nakaponda. Welcome to Youth Energy Program.
Thank you very much, and good morning, listeners.
Great. Nathan?
Thank you very much for hosting me, and good morning, listeners and viewers that are seeing us on social media.
Great. That is the voices of our guests today in the Youth Energy Program. I think, as you may be aware, this is the last day in the year 2020, and we are just counting hours now remaining for the year to collapse, and we are expecting to have a brand new year, that is 2021. So in today's discussion, we would like to look at how should the youths celebrate the new year, because this is the year we see our own youths celebrating in a sense that they forget completely about themselves. This is the time we record cases of road traffic accidents, abusing drugs. We find that many of our youths may be found in police custody because of celebrating. So I would like to look at how should a youth celebrate New Year. And I know that many of the youths now, they have been trying their level best to have money in their pocket so that they celebrate the New Year. So I would like to, look at how should a youth celebrate New Year. That's the topic of discussion. So I'm going to start with my guest, then later on I'll open the line so that you listen out there also cause us take part into our discussion. Let's guide one another on how we should celebrate New Year. We are in the last hours. Last days are always dangerous. So that is the issue at hand. And I think before we come to how should we celebrate New Year, it's very important also to reflect back on the year 2020. Maybe as the youths, how we have been in the year 2020 as the youth. You can at least tell something on how the year has been to us, the youths. Let me start with you, Nathan.
Okay, thank you very much, KK. It's an honor that we are discussing this very, very important topic of discussion. Okay, as you've said it earlier, you said it's a time for reflection on what we have done, what we have not achieved, what we are supposed to do as the year ends. Coming to the year 2020, it has been a year of difficulties. It has been a year of challenges that were faced by, start with at the national level, at the provincial level, and the community level, and also as an individual level. Why am I saying this? Because the pandemic has spread and also even affected a lot of our business, a lot of our opportunities, a lot of our education, and a lot of the things that we are supposed to do. So it's a year actually that has taught us one thing as a people, to say we should get prepared as we focus in achieving some of the goals that we've put up place as a country. Because here, something that is bigger than us, it's something that unites us rather than something that divides us. What do I mean? As a people, as a young person, we, through this pandemic, we should learn something that will guide us in terms of achieving what we did, what we have put across in terms of achieving our goals.
Great. Okay, that is Nathan Sonika also bringing out a picture of the year 2020. Lenganji.
Yes, thank you very much. Firstly, I think we need to be grateful to God. Firstly, we need to thank God for bringing us this far. It hasn't been easy. So many people have died. We've lost so many people this year due to the virus, the coronavirus. We need to be grateful to God that we're alive till today. And I think this year, this being the last day of the year, we need to be grateful to God. We need to we need to celebrate this day respectfully, knowing that there are so many years coming. We don't need to celebrate this day wastefully, drinking. We need to take it as a responsible day, knowing we still have so many days ahead of us, so many things to achieve.
Okay. I think you have gone now to the way we should celebrate the new year. I wanted you to maybe bring out something that you can say about the year 2020, how it has been, we as the youth, maybe the failures, the successes, the challenges.
2020 hasn't been an easy year. I think from everyone we've noticed so many challenges in terms of, especially here in Zambia, we had so many instances of gassing, then there was that coronavirus, children missing, so many things happening on social media just in our country. So I think it hasn't been an easy year for every one of us. We just need to be grateful to God that we are alive. That's the most important thing to note to God, to say we're still alive. Despite all these challenges, we've made it this far, all because of God our Father. I think we just need to be grateful.
Great.
Yes, we need to put God first.
Right. No, it's very, very important to celebrate New Year. We understand it differently. Others might celebrate it in the sense that he has, gone through challenges. At the end of the year, I think he needs to celebrate. Others, because it's the year that has changed his life, he has to celebrate. Others, it's the time to thank God. But what we know is celebrating the new year. But how to celebrate the new year matters. And as youths, you have come here because it is a concern that you have inside you to say, if we just observe our youths celebrating anyhow they feel like, at the end of the day, you may find ourselves into problems. So now this time I would like to go into details on how we should understand the day New Year or celebrating New Year. What is New Year, or how should we celebrate New Year? If I had to start with.
Okay, thank you very much, KK. For my own understanding, a new year it's something that gives you an opportunity as a person to approach the future. What do I mean? There are more than there are about 365 days in a year. So that should guide you on what you should achieve in future, or your goals in terms of what you've put in place. And the other thing that I want to talk about is how should youth behave in the last day of 2020. I think from your own preamble, you mentioned earlier on that to say it's a time of reflection. That I agree with you, because it's not time for us to go and drink and also abuse certain drugs or even indulge in other activities. No, it's a time for us to reflect on our failures, something that we've not achieved as the year 2020 ends. Moving forward, what should we put in place in terms of what we didn't achieve in the year 2020? So 2020 has guided us in what we didn't achieve and what we achieved, so that moving forward we aim at achieving something that we put across in terms of our goals. What do I mean? If this year alone you had an idea of coming up with a business, setting up a business, but due to challenges and the issue of gassing, killing, pandemic and so forth, you haven't managed. So moving forward, as the year comes to an end, you should aim at putting in place what should be done in terms of the budgeting, in terms of where you are going to put in the business up, and how the financials, in terms of how are you going to get the capital. That should be in at your backbone of your mind, so that when you approach a new year, you are not even you find yourself in a new year without any ideas or any things that you've put in place in terms of approaching a new year. So it's not a time to abuse drugs, or not a time to indulge yourself in other vices, as it is perceived that in every new year we should indulge themselves in other activities.
Okay, great. Nenganji, I know the youths are fully prepared. You know, this time now they are calm, but come around 16 up to 04. This is the time where our youths behave abnormally. They portray behaviors that we don't even expect them to, behave, and they hide in the name of celebrating New Year. This is the time where we are going to have the bars occupied by young men and young women in our district. So, is that the right way of, celebrating New Year?
Thank you very much. First of all, New Year, this is from the word itself, new. It's a beginning of something new. And people, as youths, I think each one and every one of us need to have come up with a resolution to say, this coming year, I need to achieve certain goals. Do I want to work on the relationship with my God, family, friends? You need to set goals to say, by the end of this coming year, I need to, is it set up a business? Is it work on the relationship with my God, friends, like I have mentioned? And there are so many resolutions you can set up to say, by the end of this year, I need to become this. I need to either get employed. I need to achieve. I need to get my business in place. I think this day shouldn't be an excuse for you to indulge in activities that won't bring progress to your life. Like involving yourself in drinking, partying, that's not the excuse. I think this is a day, from my own opinion and understanding, this is a day you need to either take yourself to God, you go to church, be grateful to God for what He has done throughout the year. I think there are so many responsible ways in which we can celebrate this year. You can either visit the sick in the hospital, you can give donations to those people who are in need, and like involving yourself in drinking parties. The outcomes of those things are not so good. I think so many people have lost their lives just even before entering the actual year. Maybe they went to let's say they went for a drinking spree with friends. So many things happen at night for you to, before even cross over to the other year, you die. I think it shouldn't be a good thing. My advice to the youth is either you go to church, you pray to your God, be grateful, or the other option is you visit the sick, the orphanages. So many people are in need. If you've got clothes, shoes, or those things that you can donate, and like
men have, are prepared to maybe to go to Kabompo, to go to Solwezi, just celebrate, a new year. Others have planned even to go for picnic. You see. So, looking at the days that we are, let me say, the hours that we are remaining with, is it possible that someone can even lose his life during this, according to what you're explaining, and also the behavior that our youths indulge into in these remaining hours, drug abuse, and more especially the ladies. This is the time also they get abused because they drink carelessly. At the end of the day, you may find that someone has been even raped.
It's very possible with the few hours that we're remaining with. let's say you go drinking, you're too drunk, you get involved into a fight, you start fighting, and you break bottles and you hit your friend, someone might just lose their life. It's very possible with these few hours that are remaining. Even for the ladies out there, you might find yourself engaging yourself in sexual activities. You might get pregnant, and there are other diseases like HIV, sexually transmitted diseases, which will cost your life entirely. And like, you're just staying home, you won't lose anything. Celebrate New Year with your family, crossing over with your family. I think for me that's the most important thing. That's the best advice I'll give the youths out there who are planning to go drinking, go celebrate with their boyfriends, girlfriends.
Okay.
I think let me also add to what she's saying, because it's very, very important. The other thing is that we should identify what we should be put in place in terms of celebrating New Year, because as you've said, is it possible for someone to die? It's very, very possible. Given the percentage, I will give it 80, because they say last days are always dangerous.
Okay.
So I'll cite an example. Towards Christmas was they had a lot of parties and stuff like that, but some of us didn't even attend some of the parties. But here we are. We've not lost it, but we are here. So it serves you something, because these things are interrelated. Coming to the question, when you attend certain things, you are abused, you are raped. Let's take for instance, you get STIs, sexual transmitted infections, or you get the pregnancy. When you get the pregnancy, you are a teenager, you fall pregnant, and then you have a mother. You become a mother. That again comes back to your family.
Okay.
If your family was having 5 people to look up to, they will have 6 people. Because some of the challenges that we are facing right now, coming to a background from a peer educator, is that we are finding these girls being rejected by their boyfriends. So it becomes a catastrophe for this girl to put in and also even raise this child. So these things are interrelated. Even if you stay home, you won't lose anything.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. In case you have just joined us, you're listening to Youth's Energy on 87.9, where we are looking at how the youth should celebrate the new year, being the fact that we are in the last hours in the year 2020. And this is the time now we need to get your views as the listener. The number that you are coming through is 0763-584906. 0763-584906. That's the number you're coming through, so that you get in touch with us, so that we advise one another on how we should celebrate the year, the new year, that is 2021. You can either call us direct or text us an SMS or read it out. The new year has come at the time that grade 12s have also completed their examinations. And when you are from school, school leaver now, you get excited about that. There is also celebrating new year. Maybe what advice can you give to the school leavers, that have joined the society?
Okay, thank you very much. My advice to the grade 12s is they should patiently wait. There is more to life than just finishing school. Actually, there's a lot than just finishing grade 12. You have to go to universities, colleges, and that's why you find so many challenges where you need to study so many things that you studied in high school. I think the best is just to conduct themselves responsibly. Just respect the parents, the elders, and they shouldn't get involved themselves. They shouldn't involve themselves in drinking, sexual activities. Those things won't bring any progress to their lives. They should wait patiently for their results. If they've done well, they can start applying to colleges and universities. If they haven't done well, they can still receive for exams, GCE. My best advice is there is more to life. There is life out there at the university. They just need to wait patiently. This isn't like when you just finish grade 12, you learned it in life. No. There are other steps that you need to attain. You need to go to universities where you you face other challenges as well, where you need to study hard. This isn't just the end to say I'm done with school. No, it's actually most when school learning doesn't end, just doesn't end at grade 12. Even if you get your degree, your diploma, you still need to keep on upgrading. There's masters until you become a doctor, even if you like
PhD.
professor.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, so they shouldn't get excited to say they've made it.
Young challenges or challenges that affects the young people, but it's a time for you to be productive, so that together you make the status of the family better.
Okay, the number that you are coming through, in case you want to say or rather advise the youths on how they should celebrate a new year, is 0763 584906. 0763 584906. That's the number you are coming through. Everyone wants to have money, and this is the time we see many of our youths stealing just to have money. Just the few hours remaining, because the time now is 11, so we're just counting now the hours remaining. So everyone needs money, so that maybe he buys a drink, he buys what, but there is now shortcuts on how the youths find money, more especially during this time where they indulge into stealing. At the end of the day, someone is caught. Maybe on the issue of money, do anyone needs good money for him or her to celebrate New Year? Do you need money?
No.
I totally disagree with that.
I think the beginning should be someone has to be content with what they have. Once you are content, you won't be tempted to go out there steal, because you're content with what you have.
Exactly.
So the beginning should be, the first thing should be, you need to be content. And the other thing is, you need to work hard for you to have that money. You don't just expect you're seated and money should come. No, you need to go out there, you need to sweat. Even the Bible says, for one to, you have to sweat for you to get something on the table. So the best is, for my advice for youth to just be content with what they have. They shouldn't start stealing so that they can go out there, please their friends, to say, oh, I have money, I'm happening. I think they'll find themselves in trouble. They'll find themselves in police custody, which would then ruin their new year, the beginning of the year. I think the best is, you can just be home with your family, have the little that you have. If it's in shima with chicken, if it's in shima with vegetables, that's okay. The best is you have life that you need to be grateful. That's number one, enjoying good health. Some people are sick out there, they're battling for their lives, and that should give you an example to say, usually that should be a reason enough for you to thank God, to say I'm alive. And there are people out there in hospitals battling for their lives. Like you involving yourselves in, now you want to start stealing, you want to go please your friends to say, oh, I have this money. No, you need to work hard. If you want money, go out there. This is a farming season. They should maybe try to do pitch works for people who are doing farming.
And to the ladies,
I think before I lose it, I just want to say the very important thing that you are supposed to appreciate is life, rather than money. That's all.
Okay, thank you so much. I think you have even answered my question that I wanted to ask, because this is the time now you may find that ladies now take this night to be the night to make money. We are going to make money. I know they dress, decently. They sacrifice their bodies just for the sake of money. And tomorrow I want to go and buy that nice dress that I saw in that shop. So to others, they take it the time to make money. You see, more especially the ladies. And I witnessed the Christmas celebration that we had last week, where I had to find the young ones at the bars. Even the year of no underage, that rule doesn't work as at the district, because it's the young ones now who are found in the bars. Look at the way the ladies are dressing, just exposing their bodies anyhow. You see, so I realize maybe they take this opportunity also to make money.
I think it all starts as an individual. What do you have, and what have you? Are you content with what you have? First of all, if you are not content with what you have, those are the same challenges that you find yourself in. You remember, I was once out on Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I went for other things, and on my way, that was around 2401 from Solwezi. Starting from Kasem Patanov up to Mundanya, there were young girls, young boys, and towards these were found near to the bars, drinking and stuff like that. But when you look at the day itself, it does not actually symbolize that people should drink, because we've just taken it as perceived as just a mindset. But in the actual sense, when you look at Christmas and its value and norms, it does not tell you to say drink and dance and do other things. Coming to your question, you say that they are indulging themselves in probably making money, taking advantage of this. It all starts as an individual. What you've put in place, because as young people, one thing I've come to realize is that we are too much focused on something that is not of importance. What do I mean? There are some other things that are very, very important. Talk about early marriages, teenage pregnancies, STIs. These are the things, even drug abuse. These are the things that affect us. But how many people are talking about it? None. And when you move out, even talk about other things like youth empowerment, other things, how many are talking about it? None. But when you look at something that is that won't bring value or even put food on their table, they put too much interest in it, and it worries as a stakeholder and also one of the peer educators. It also gives us a hint to say we should work hard coming 2021. So again, my advice to those people who want to take this day more like to make money, and you can take advantage of this day to make progress in life. What do I mean? To even build your relationship with God. There are a lot of functions that are currently going on tomorrow at the churches. They have set aside from morning up to 16 hours. Go there, worship and thank God, because it's not easy. Even this morning, a lot of people, gallant men and women, have died. Even on social media, the people we know, the people we see and respect have died today, the day before even New Year. So you should be very, very grateful that God has given you the life. God has, it's not that you are intelligent, it's not that you are clever or what, but by God's grace, you are given that life. So you should use it properly and make it progressive in life.
Thank you. Do you have anything to add on, Wenganji?
Just to add on what he said, we just need to be grateful, like he has said. Life is very precious, and it's not in our power that we're still alive today. It's God's grace. Hence, we need to be grateful to him. We need to be praising him each and every day to say, without God, I wouldn't have been where I am. Like he has said, so many people have died. We've lost so many, especially in 2020 with the pandemic, the coronavirus. We've lost so many people. A reason enough for us to be grateful to our God, to say, oh God, I'm grateful for bringing me this far. We just need to be grateful to our parents. We need to respect as youths. We need to respect our parents, the elders in the community. We just need to dedicate our time worshiping God and like engaging ourselves in activities that won't bring progress, that won't add value to our lives. I think that's what I can say.
Thank you so much. Your last remarks before you leave the studio.
I think thank you very much for hosting us, and thank you very much that we've at least shared the little that we have due to time. And one thing that I want to appeal to my fellow young people is that let's embrace value and our norms, so that together we move forward from 2020 to 2021. It's not a time for us to take advantage of this in indulging in ourselves in other things that won't put value in on our minds or even in our life. It's a time of reflection on what we have not achieved as a people, on what we are supposed to achieve coming as the year ends. and the things that we are supposed to achieve as the year comes to new day, because life is very precious, and when you lose it, you will never find it. So my appeal is, let's embrace this day in reflection with God. That's a very, very important thing. Thank you.
Lenganji.
Like he has said, I think we need to prioritize the principles, morals, the dignity for us as youths. We need to prioritize morals and principles. We need to engage ourselves in responsible activities that will bring progress for youths out there. And grade 12, my advice is they should patiently wait for their results, and while they're waiting for their results, they shouldn't engage in activities that won't bring progress. They should like to help their parents, appreciate for the efforts, the inputs they invested in those the youths that are done with school. Our parents have invested. The best is paying back by helping them through doing chores. If their parents run a business, they can help them by going to the shop and standing in for the parents. I think that is my advice to the grade 12s. And to the youths generally, let's just be grateful to our God. Let's conduct ourselves responsibly. If people drink, they should drink responsibly. If you're underage, you need just to not engage yourself in drinking activities, in drug abuse, and I think that is my advice out there. Thank you very much for hosting us. I'm grateful.
Indeed.
And away from just a few minutes, because we need, as you remember, we have a foundation, Lupinda Kulama Youth Foundation. Yes. So the grade 12s, instead of wasting their life, we need them. We need young people to join us, because together we will make our foundation moving forward. So we need them. They should stay focused patiently, because as a foundation, as one of the members for the foundation, we need young people coming next year, because next year is going to be bigger and better. Thank you very much.
Nathan Nela Lenganji, a pleasure is mine to have you on this platform so that you share, this information with us on this platform, because we are in the last hours of the year 2020, and these are dangerous hours, more especially to us youths who are active in everything. I think from the piece of advice that you have brought, I think we are able to take it serious and also put it into practice, so that we see our beloved youths crossing the year 2020 to 2021. You have been listening to Youth's Energy program on 87.9. You have been with Kayombo as your presenter. Not until next year, 2021, same day, same time. May God bless you all. Have a prosperous new year 2021. Thank you.
Here in Manyinga District in Northwestern Province.